Hello, this is Professor Lystico giving you an overdue introduction to the course. This is Humanities 1301, the Great Questions Seminar, and it's a common course offered by the Humanities Department, which means that I'm not the only professor teaching this exact course. I've even heard from at least one of you who's had friends take this course and made a comment that I'm doing it a little bit differently. I have taught online for over 15 years, but I've not taught this course online ever. The first time I taught this course was in the spring of 2020, where we were in the classroom and then we had to be moved to an online platform. And we met twice a week during a regular class time on Zoom. So trying to teach this class without regular meetings is a new challenge for me, and I appreciate your patience with me as I learn kind of what I need to do to make this work for you and for you to have the best learning experience. With the Great Questions, we're trying to do something different with our college classroom experience. You'll notice that the journals have been about your academic journey and seeing an academic coach and kind of just how to be a student. That's because this class is also an EDUC class, meaning that it counts toward kind of first year college students' introduction to college. And so we have components of that. But there's a greater project. The name of the class is The Great Questions. So that's really the idea, is that we get you guys looking at these texts, and because this is Humanities 1301, Prehistory to the Renaissance, we're looking at ancient texts and texts from before the modern era. If it were a 1302 class, we might look at more contemporary texts from today or 100 years ago, but we're looking at a text from thousands of years ago because that's the course focus, 1301. And you have a syllabus packet similar to this. It's a generic syllabus that we all use. It's not going to look this fancy because it's digital. And then you'll see that there's a section about me, and then if you go to syllabus, there's also my course policies, which is how I grade your participation. Which is a bit more complex than I would like it to be, but I hope that it makes sense to you, especially as you can see each unit's participation score accumulating as we go through the semester. So take a look at my own policies. For late work, I can't really tell you my participation policy here because it's too complicated, but it's too much to it, but do check it out. And for late work, I allow 3 late work assignments, no questions asked. You just let me know so I don't put a 0 in there. And then you have a 7-day grace period unless it's near the end of the semester, and then you have it until the last day of this class to get any late work in. And you're allowed to do this 3 times. There's no letter grade penalty. I just want to give you a chance. Better late than never. I can't give you unlimited late work. We need to do our best to honor due dates. That's part of being a good college student. But life happens and things happen, and even if you just simply forgot that day or got sidetracked, that is fine. You get 3 chances to do something like that. If you're sick, if your relatives are sick, if your cat is sick, that's a relative in my book, if something else is happening that isn't explained in the makeup section, please email me and tell me what's going on. And I might say no, but I'm actually a little more lenient than usual because I know that you can't just go to an ACC campus and use their computer lab. So just keep me in the loop. The sooner you contact me, the better. I can't help you if you wait till the end of the semester to contact me. I won't be able to do anything for you. But if you contact me as soon as a problem arises, I'll be able to help you. So what I want to do with the remaining of this video, I've already been talking for about 5 minutes, so I want to try to wrap this up within another 5 minutes. So I want to just talk to you about some of the basic things that we're going to be doing in this course. We've already read Odyssey, so yay, you got one great book out of the way. And I'd like you to really consider some of the problems of Odysseus as a hero. Like, is he really a hero? Tell me this, would you want to be on his ship with him? I wouldn't. I would not. I'm watching Firefly right now. I've watched it before, but for the second time. And Mal, if you're familiar with it, Mal is the kind of captain you want to be on his ship, his spaceship, because he looks after his crew. What about Odysseus? I mean, he'd leave you behind in a heartbeat, wouldn't he? I don't know, sometimes he does the right thing. He's done the right thing a couple of times. So just kind of think about that, because that's been a discussion I've been having with my colleagues. Like, is he really a role model? Do we really have to have role models in the readings that we look at? Like, that's one of the things that I hope we talk about. So I want to show you the next book. That's going to be Euclid. And that's this book right here, Euclid's Elements. I've heard that there might be problems getting your hands on these, and I'm going to be sending out a survey in the announcement that I shared this video with you to find out how you guys are doing, who has this book, who still needs it. And I may be able to make a PDF available to some of you temporarily. The publishers really don't want us sharing this book in PDF form, digital form. They want you to have the experience of looking at it the way the ancient Greeks did in paper. Of course, it wasn't going to be this glossy back then, but they want you to have the experience with a physical text. So that's really important to the publishers. So maybe think about why that might be as you look at this in a digital world, why they really insist on making this to the point that they created this specific book just to give you the propositions 1 through 47, which is our Pythagorean theorem. We will be looking at these propositions. Now, I am moderately comfortable with Euclid's geometry. I'm a humanities professor, not a geometry professor. But we'll work through these the best we can together, and I will also point you to a YouTube resource for understanding Euclid that I think is really great. The other book will be Plato's Meno, and I don't know where my copy is. I think it might be in my backpack, which I don't know where that is either, because that was what I was teaching when we had to go online. So you can either, hopefully you have it, look at the syllabus to find the right version. I have the wrong version, and the problem with having the wrong version is that the questions point to specific lines, and if you have the wrong version, you're going to be confused about what lines the questions are referring to. But you can find it online. You can just Google Plato's Meno full text, and you can actually find the Meno online to be able to read for the upcoming reading. And then the other book that you need to buy is The Heart of Chinese Poetry. It looks like this one, and you have a little time still to get it. You're going to need the Euclid like right away. But this one you've got some time, but I'd order it now because in the spring I had a few students who waited too long and they didn't get it in time, and let's not have that happen. So go ahead and order that now. Then you'll notice that there are other readings, poetry. We've got excerpts from the Quran and the Bible, and they'll be under sections like the Passion, Devotion, Creation. Those are all included in Blackboard in PDF files. So you will be able to find those in Blackboard, and I'll try to explain in the announcement how to find those. So those are your textbooks for this class, and we've already done the Odyssey, so I didn't show you that one. Next would be the kinds of assignments we have in this class, and I'm getting down to 10 minutes, so I think I'll stop here, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about the assignments in a separate video. How does that sound? So I apologize that this video didn't come to you sooner. I didn't know that the online course needed it. My online courses usually have this kind of introductory material built into them, into the orientation. So because I took somebody like a more department-wide created shell that wasn't designed by me, and we're actually working as a department to create a shell that would be able to, any teacher could take it, launch it and it would be ready to go for you. But we don't have that, and I wasn't aware that it wasn't quite there. So I apologize for that, and for those of you who reached out to me and let me know that you were struggling, thank you, because that's what let me know that I needed to do this for you. And please don't hesitate to send me an email. Don't call that phone number because it doesn't go to a direct line. We can arrange to have voice conversations anytime you want or during my office hours. Just send me an email and say, hey, can we talk? And I'll invite you to a talk if that's during my office hours. If you want to talk outside of my office hours, then just let me know when you want to talk, and we'll make it an appointment. Okay? All right. So thank you. That's it for now, and thank you so much for being patient with me and for all the feedback that those of you who are reaching out to me are giving me to make sure that this is an awesome course for you, because it's actually a pretty exciting course. It's approach to text and material and kind of making it your own and understanding it and learning from it. It's very unique and lots of fun, and I only wish that we could meet in person and talk to each other about it so that I could hear you guys and meet y'all and get to know you. I'd love it if you would use the Flipgrid or VidGrid, which I'll be introducing to you soon, so that I can get more of a sense of your voices and personalities, and you guys can get that from each other as well. Thank you.